Welcome to Angel's message for you. The angels are wrapping you in golden light right now. Before you hear a single word of this message, feel that warmth settle over your shoulders like the softest blanket you have ever known. That is not your imagination. That is real. That is the angels surrounding you, holding space for you, breathing peace into the room where you are sitting right now. They have been watching over you. They have been with you through every quiet night and every uncertain morning. And today they have a message that is meant specifically for you, chosen for you, delivered to you because your soul called out and heaven answered. Welcome, dear one, to Angel's message for you. This is a sacred space. This is a place where the veil between the seen and unseen grows thin, where the whispers of the divine become words you can actually hear, where the love that the universe holds for you takes shape and meaning and form. You found your way here today because something inside of you already knew. Something in your heart, something in your gut, something in that quiet place beneath all the noise of everyday life already sensed that a message was waiting for you. And it was right, because what you are about to hear today is going to touch something very deep inside of you. It is going to confirm things you have felt but maybe could not put into words. It is going to open a door inside your heart that has been waiting patiently and faithfully to swing wide open. So please stay with this message all the way to the very end. Do not click away. Do not let yourself get distracted, because the most important part of what the angels want to share with you today is woven through every single word. And if you leave early, you might miss the exact piece that your soul needs most. The angels are asking you to trust them just enough to stay, just enough to listen, just enough to let this message land in the deepest part of who you are. Take a breath right now, a slow one. Draw it in all the way down to your belly and then let it go. Do that one more time. And as you breathe, know that you are safe. You are held. You are loved beyond anything your human mind can fully grasp. And the message the angels are bringing you today is a message about that love, because there is a love story unfolding in your life right now, whether you can see all of it yet or not. And the angels want to pull back the curtain and let you see what is really happening behind the scenes. Something extraordinary is being prepared for you. Something that your soul has been quietly calling in for a very long time. And the angels say, it is closer than you think. Your soulmate is counting the hours. Let that land for a moment. Right now, as you read these words, there is someone whose heart is turned completely toward you. Someone who carries you in their thoughts throughout the ordinary moments of their day. Someone who pauses in the middle of doing something simple, something ordinary like making a cup of coffee or driving home or sitting quietly in the evening. And in that pause, you are what comes to mind. You are who fills the space. You are the thought that arrives without invitation and stays without explanation. And this person does not push that thought away. They sit with it. They breathe with it. They let it grow because it feels like the truest thing they know. There is a vibration that happens when two souls are truly meant to find each other. A kind of invisible conversation that takes place long before any words are spoken. Long before any physical meeting happens. Long before the world around them even knows what is coming. This vibration is real. The angels see it. They watch as the threads of energy between two people begin to pull tighter, begin to hum with something that can only be called recognition. And right now, between you and your soulmate, those threads are pulling tighter every single day. The hum is growing. The recognition is deepening. And the angels want you to know that this is not something you imagined. This is something that is actually truly really happening. You have felt it, haven't you? In those moments when your heart speeds up without any clear reason. In that restlessness that settles over you in the evening. That feeling that something is coming but you cannot quite name it. in the way your thoughts drift toward someone or toward the idea of someone without you choosing to send them there. In that ache that lives just below your ribs, the one that is not quite sadness and not quite longing but something in between, something that feels like standing at the edge of something big and beautiful and waiting for the moment it is finally safe to step forward. That feeling is not restlessness. It is readiness. Your soul is getting ready. Your heart is clearing space. Your whole being is beginning to open like a flower that has been waiting for the right season. And that season is now arriving. The warmth is coming. The light is moving in your direction. And the angels want you to lean into that rather than pulling back from it. Your soulmate is feeling the exact same thing. Right now, in their own life, in whatever part of the world they are moving through today, they are carrying this same vibration. This same beautiful, aching, electric sense that something is about to change. That something is coming. That they are close, so much closer than before, to the person their heart has been searching for. And that person is you. You are who they are being pulled toward. You are what all of this preparation is moving toward. And they do not fully understand it yet with their mind, but their soul knows. Their soul has known for a while, and now the rest of them is catching up. This is what happens when two people are truly destined. The knowing starts in the soul and works its way outward. First, it is just a feeling, vague and tender. Then it becomes a thought that keeps returning. Then it becomes a certainty that lives in the body, in the heartbeat, in the breath. And by the time two destined souls finally stand face to face, there is a part of each of them that already feels like they have come home. You are on the way to that feeling. You are moving toward that moment. And the angels are here to tell you that the journey that has brought you this far has not been wasted. Every season of waiting, every moment of uncertainty, every quiet night when you wondered if love was really real and if it was really meant for you too, all of it has been part of the path. All of it has been shaping you, deepening you, preparing you to receive something that is worthy of who you truly are. And what is coming your way is worthy. The angels promise you that. Now, there is something very specific that the angels want to tell you about your soulmate right now. Something that is happening in the unseen that you deserve to know. Your soulmate is preparing something for you. Not just in their heart, though that preparation is happening too. They are preparing something tangible, something they will bring with them, something they will place in your hands at the right moment as a way of saying what their heart has been holding without being able to speak it out loud. This is a gift, but it is not just any gift. It is not something grabbed off a shelf without thought. It is not something chosen out of habit or convenience. This gift has been considered with great care. It has been thought about in those quiet private moments when your soulmate lets themselves fully feel what they feel for you. And in those moments, when the feeling is truest and clearest, the image of this gift has come to them. Because this gift is a reflection of you, carries your essence in it. It speaks to who you are in some quiet, specific way that most people would never notice, but that you will feel the moment it is in your hands. Think about that for a moment. Someone out there knows you well enough, sees you clearly enough, loves you deeply enough, that they have chosen something that carries the print of your very soul on it. That is not a small thing. That is a profound thing. That is love acting in the world. That is devotion made visible. And it is coming to you. But the angels also have an invitation for you today. Because this is not just a message about receiving. It is a message about preparing to give as well. Your soulmate is coming to you with an open heart and an outstretched hand. And the angels are gently asking you, what will you bring? What will you hold out in return? Now, before you start worrying that this means you need to do something grand or expensive or elaborate, please hear this clearly. The angels are not asking for any of that. What they are pointing to is something much simpler and much more powerful. They are asking you to prepare from the heart, to think about what you would want your soulmate to feel when they receive something from you, to reach inside yourself and find something true, something honest, something that says, I thought of you too, care too, I am here too, I am just as ready as you are for what we are about to build together. That could be something you make with your own hands. It could be something small that you found and immediately thought of them when you saw it. Could be a few words written down with honesty and warmth. It could be a simple symbol that holds meaning between you. Whatever it is, the value is not in the cost or the size. The value is in the intention. The value is in the truth that you pour into it. And when something is prepared with that kind of truth, it does not matter how small it looks from the outside. Inside, it is everything. Inside, it is the language of the soul. And here is the beautiful thing about two people who both bring something to each other. When two people choose to show up with open hands rather than just open expectations, love takes root in a completely different way. It does not just bloom. It becomes something solid, something that has a foundation, something that grows not just because it is beautiful, but because it is built on the genuine mutual desire of two hearts that chose to show up for each other. That is what the angels are hoping you will step into. Not just receiving this love, which you absolutely deserve to receive fully and joyfully, but also offering it back, becoming an active part of this beautiful exchange that is already beginning. Let us talk for a moment about the signs, because the angels want you to understand that you have not been imagining the signs you have been noticing lately. Those little moments that seem to glow with a significance you cannot quite explain. A song that comes on at the exact right moment and seems to speak directly to what you have been carrying in your heart. A number that keeps appearing in places where you would not expect to see it. A dream that leaves you with a feeling you carry all day even after the images fade. A moment of complete stillness where something inside you whispers, yes, this is coming, keep going. These are not coincidences. These are not wishful thinking dressed up as meaning. These are communications. These are the universe and the angels and the intelligence of love itself reaching through the ordinary fabric of your day to tap you on the shoulder and remind you that you are not alone in this. That something bigger than you is involved in what is unfolding. And it is on your side. Pay attention to these signs in the days ahead. They are going to come more frequently, more clearly. They are going to show up in the small details of your everyday life, in a word someone says that lands differently than it should, in a feeling that washes over you out of nowhere and tells you something you needed to know, in the way the light falls in a room and for a moment everything feels like it is exactly as it should be. These moments are real. These moments are sacred. And they are all pointing in the same direction, toward something good, toward something true, toward the love that is already on its way to you. Your soulmate is being guided too. In their own life, they are also noticing signs. They are also feeling something that goes beyond ordinary emotion. They are also being called forward by something they cannot fully explain but that they have stopped trying to resist. Because when love is this real, resisting it becomes harder than simply letting it lead. And your soulmate has stopped fighting it. They have settled into the truth of what they feel. And what they feel is you. What they feel is the pull of your energy, the warmth of your light, the specific and irreplaceable way that you, exactly as you are, fit into the empty space in their heart. No distance can block this. No amount of time can wear it down. No circumstance, no matter how complicated, can permanently derail what is meant to be. The angels say this with certainty. What is real between you and your soulmate cannot be undone by the world, can be delayed by fear, can be obscured by confusion. It can be slowed by the choices people make when they are not yet ready to step fully into their truth. But it cannot be destroyed, because it is not made of the same material as ordinary things. It is made of something older, something stronger, something that lives beneath all the surface noise of life. And that something has chosen the two of you for each other. Now let the angels speak to you about what is happening inside your soulmate right now in this moment. Because the angels see things that human eyes cannot always reach, and what they see when they look at your soulmate right now is a heart that is so full it is almost overflowing. There is an emotion living inside this person that has grown past the point where it can be comfortably contained. It has moved through the stage of being a quiet feeling and into something louder, something more insistent, something that knocks on the walls of the heart and says, "It is time. It is time to stop waiting. It is time to move forward. It is time to go to the one I love and say everything I have been holding." Your soulmate has faced the doubts that come with love. They have had the moments of wondering, is this real? Am I feeling too much? What if this does not work out the way I hope? What if I open up completely and it is not received the way I need it to be? These are the fears that live in every human heart. And your soulmate has been honest about them. They have sat with them. They have looked at them clearly instead of pretending they were not there. And what happened on the other side of that honesty was a certainty that could not be shaken. Because when you face your fears about love and you still feel the love just as strongly, maybe even stronger, you know it is real. You know it is not going away. You know it is worth every risk that comes with it. Your soulmate knows it is worth it. You are worth it. And that is why they are moving forward. That is why the preparation is happening. That is why the gift is being chosen with such care. That is why every detail is being thought through with an attention that speaks of deep respect and genuine devotion. Because you are not someone to take lightly. You are not someone to show up for halfway. You are someone worth the full effort, worth the full heart, worth every beautiful, courageous thing love asks of a person. And your soulmate knows this. There is a moment coming between you. A moment that the angels have seen and that they want you to hold in your heart like a promise. It is the moment when you will stand before each other and the world around you will seem to fall away. All the noise, all the busyness, all the background chatter of everyday life, it will all recede. And there will just be this meeting, this recognition, this moment of two souls looking at each other and feeling, in the deepest and quietest part of themselves, yes, here you are. I have been looking for you, and now everything I have been feeling makes perfect sense. In that moment, no words will be necessary to explain the connection. The connection will explain itself. It will speak in the language that the heart understands better than any spoken words ever could. It will be felt as warmth, as ease, as a kind of peace that settles over you like you have finally come to rest after a very long journey. And it will also be felt as aliveness, as electricity, as the beautiful particular thrill of standing before something that is both utterly new and strangely familiar at the same time. Like meeting someone for the first time and somehow already knowing them. Like coming home to a place you have never been before. The angels want you to let yourself look forward to this moment. Not with anxiety, not with the kind of desperate hoping that wears you out, but with a gentle, trusting, open anticipation, like the feeling of knowing a sunrise is coming. You do not need to do anything to make the sunrise happen. You just need to stay awake, stay present, stay open, and let it arrive in its own perfect time. And while you wait for that moment, while you are in this beautiful in-between space that the angels call the sacred preparation, there are things you can do to meet this love halfway. The angels want to speak to you about these things because this is not a passive story. You are not just a recipient waiting for something to fall into your lap. You are an active participant in something miraculous, and your participation matters enormously. The first thing the angels invite you to do is take care of yourself the way someone who is deeply loved takes care of themselves. Because you are deeply loved, even right now, even before this love is fully standing in front of you in its complete and physical form. The love is already here. The angels love you. The universe loves you. And your soulmate loves you even from wherever they are, even across the distance that still exists between this moment and the moment of your meeting. So honor that love by honoring yourself. Eat well, sleep, move your body, spend time doing the things that make you feel alive and whole and like the fullest version of who you are. Not because you need to make yourself more worthy of love. You are already worthy. But because when you feel good in yourself, when you feel grounded and open and present, you are much more able to receive the love that is coming. You become, as the angels put it, a wide open door instead of a door that is only cracked. The second thing the angels invite you to do is to heal the places that still hurt, because we all carry them. Places inside us that got bruised by old loves, by disappointments, by the times we opened our hearts and found the ground less solid than we expected. These wounds do not disqualify you from love. They never did. But they can sometimes create walls or filters or patterns that make it harder to let new love in cleanly and fully. And the love that is coming to you deserves to be received cleanly and fully. It deserves to land in soil that is ready for it, not soil that is still compacted from old frosts. So where there is still pain, give it some gentle attention. Not by digging into it obsessively or forcing a healing that is not ready to happen, but by simply acknowledging it, by saying, yes, that hurt, and yes, I am still healing, and yes, I deserve love anyway, and yes, I am going to let myself move forward. Sometimes the most powerful healing comes not from doing a lot, but from simply choosing to no longer let the old pain have the final word. Choosing to let what is coming be new. Choosing to give it a chance to be different from what hurt you before. Because it will be different. The angels promise you that. This love is different. This person is different. This moment in your life is different. And you deserve to receive it with eyes that are clear enough to actually see it. The third thing the angels invite you to do is to trust the timing. This might be the hardest one, because when you feel something building inside you, when you can feel how close something is, the natural human response is to want to grab it, to rush it, to somehow make it happen faster. But love does not work that way. Love, real love, the kind that the angels are talking about today, moves in its own time. It has its own intelligence. It knows when the moment is right, even when we cannot see why it is not right yet. And every day that passes before the meeting happens is a day in which something necessary is occurring. Something is ripening. Something is being made ready. And that something includes you. So trust the process even when you cannot see it. Trust that the angels are working. Trust that your soulmate is finding their way to you. Trust that the universe is organizing things with a precision and a care that is far greater than anything the human mind could plan. And in that trust, find your peace. Because peace is not the absence of wanting. Peace is the ability to want something deeply and still feel okay in the present moment while you wait for it to arrive. And that peace, that settled, grounded, open peace, is one of the most beautiful things you can offer to a new love when it arrives. Come to it at peace and you will receive it more fully than you ever imagined. Now the angels want to speak to you about the gift your soulmate is preparing in even more detail. Because this is not a small thing and it deserves its own space in this message. There is a kind of love language that does not operate in words. It operates in choices, in the things a person selects when they are thinking of someone they love, in the specific attention that goes into choosing something not because it is impressive but because it is right, because it fits, because in some quiet and specific way, it says the name of the person it is meant for without ever using any words at all. Your soulmate speaks this language fluently, and the gift they are preparing for you is a sentence spoken in that language. A whole, full, complete sentence that says something your soulmate has not yet found the spoken words for, but that their heart has known for a long time. When this gift reaches your hands, you may not immediately understand everything it means. You may need a moment to take it in, and that is okay. Sometimes the most meaningful things do not announce themselves loudly. They arrive quietly and then grow larger inside you over time. As you sit with them, as you turn them over in your hands and in your heart, as you begin to understand the depth of what went into the choosing. And when that understanding comes, it will move you. The angels see this. They see the moment when you truly grasp what this gift is saying and what it means. And they want you to know that the feeling you will have in that moment is one of the most beautiful feelings they have ever been privileged to witness in a human heart. You will feel seen, truly, fully, completely seen. Not just the parts of you that you put forward willingly. Not just the version of you that you let the world know. But the deeper parts, the quiet parts, the specific details of who you are that most people overlook or do not have the love to go looking for. Those parts of you will be reflected back in what your soulmate has chosen. And that reflection will feel like coming home. How rare is that? How precious is that? To be known not just in the general way that most love operates, in the appreciation of your looks or your personality or your strengths, but in the specific, particular, irreplaceable details of what makes you you and no one else. That is what your soulmate sees. That is what they love. And that is what this gift will carry. So when you receive it fully. Do not minimize it. Do not brush it off. Do not deflect with humor or modesty. Just let it in. Let yourself be moved by it. Let yourself feel the weight of being chosen and seen in this way, because you deserve that experience. You deserve to let love in all the way. And this moment will be one of the clearest invitations you have ever received to do exactly that. And now, as the angels bring this message toward its closing, they want to speak about what comes after the meeting. Because the meeting is not the end of the story. It is the beginning. And the beginning is everything. The tone set in those first real moments together, the things offered and received, the way two people show up for each other in the space where they are finally truly face to face, all of this creates the foundation of what comes next. And what comes next, for you and your soulmate, is something the angels describe as a love that keeps building. A love that does not peak and then slowly fade. A love that grows more real, more deep, more sure of itself with every season that passes. That is what is being built. That is what is being prepared. And you are worthy of every bit of it. The universe has been moving things around to make this possible. Think about everything that has led you to this point in your life. Every choice, every turn, every season of difficulty that taught you something about yourself and what you truly want. Every moment of growth, even the painful ones, especially the painful ones, has been part of the shaping of who you are. And who you are right now is exactly the person your soulmate is coming toward. Not a future, improved version of you. You, right now, as you are. With all your history and all your heart and all the beautiful, complicated, specific wonder of your being. That is who is loved. That is who is chosen. That is who the gift is being prepared for. And that is who you need to trust when the moment comes. Trust yourself. Trust what you feel. Trust your ability to love and to be loved. Do not shrink from this. Do not hold back what you feel out of fear that it is too much or that you will overwhelm something fragile. What is coming to you is not fragile. It is strong, can hold what you feel. It wants to hold what you feel, and it will rise to meet you if you will rise to meet it. The angels are standing with you right now in the fullness of this message. They are all around you, sending you strength and peace and a deep, settled sense of being held. They want you to carry this message with you today and in the days ahead. Return to it when doubt creeps in. Return to it when impatience makes the waiting feel heavy. Return to it when fear tries to tell you that this is too good to be true or that you do not deserve it. Because this is real, and you do deserve it. Every single part of it. What is coming to you has a name. It is called reciprocity. It is called devotion. It is called truth. It is called a love that shows up not just in the easy moments but in all of them. A love that chooses you today and tomorrow and in every season ahead. A love that brings a gift chosen with care and a heart prepared to give everything it has. A love that sees you, knows you, and still, with full and clear eyes, chooses you. That love is real. It is moving toward you. And the angels say, it is so much closer than you think. Prepare your heart, dear one. Clear the space inside you for something beautiful. Open your hands to give and to receive. Pay attention to the signs that are already arriving. Trust the sacred timing that is working everything together for your good. And know with every fiber of your being that you are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too much or too little or somehow outside the reach of this kind of love. You are loved. The angels love you. The universe loves you. And your soulmate, wherever they are right now, in whatever ordinary or extraordinary moment they are living through today, they love you too. Even now. Even before the words have been spoken out loud. Even before the gift has been placed in your hands. Even before the moment of meeting arrives. The love is already there. It is already real. It is already yours. Hold on to that. Let it warm you from the inside out. Let it be the thing you come back to when life feels uncertain or the waiting feels long. Let it be your anchor and your North Star. Because what is coming to you is worth every moment of the journey it has taken to get here. The angels bless you with peace that goes beyond understanding. They bless you with hope that does not disappoint. They bless you with a heart that stays open even when opening is brave. And they bless you with the certain, quiet, unshakable knowledge that love, real love, the kind they have been describing today, is not just possible for you. It is already on its way. And before the angels bring this message fully to its close, they want to spend a few more moments with you. Because there is something else they want you to understand. Something about the nature of this love that is coming. Something about the way it will feel different from anything you may have experienced before. Something that will help you recognize it clearly when it arrives so that you do not second-guess it or talk yourself out of it when it is standing right in front of you. True love, the kind the angels are describing, does not arrive with pressure. It does not squeeze. It does not make you feel like you have to earn it or prove yourself worthy of it or be something other than exactly who you already are. When your soulmate steps into your life, there will be a distinctive feeling of ease underneath all the excitement. An ease that may surprise you, because love is often portrayed as complicated and turbulent and full of drama. And while genuine love certainly carries depth and intensity, it also carries this underlying steadiness. this calm at the center, this sense of, oh, here you are safe, you can exhale. That ease is what the angels want you to watch for. Not because there will not be moments of uncertainty or vulnerability or the natural nervousness that comes with letting someone truly in. Those things will be there too. But underneath all of that, there will be a quiet in your heart that you have not felt before. A sense that something has settled, that something has arrived that was always supposed to arrive. And when you feel that, the angels want you to trust it with everything you have. Because that feeling is the soul recognizing its counterpart. That feeling is not a fairy tale. It is the real thing. It is the signal that what is standing before you is what has always been meant to be standing before you. And there is something else. Your soulmate will show up consistently. Not perfectly, because no human being shows up perfectly, and love does not ask for perfection. But consistently, they will be there in the ways that actually matter. They will show you through actions, through choices, through the everyday ordinary moments of life, that you are someone they have decided to show up for. And that consistency, that reliability, that quiet ongoing choosing of you day after day, that is one of the most beautiful things love can do. It removes the uncertainty. It replaces the wondering with knowing. And knowing, truly knowing that you are chosen, transforms a person from the inside out. The angels want you to receive that knowing when it comes. Not to hold it at arm's length and keep wondering if it is real. Not to find reasons to doubt it because some old part of you feels safer with doubt than with certainty. But to actually take it in. To let it settle in your bones. To let it become part of the story you tell yourself about who you are and what your life is. Because you are someone who is loved. You are someone who is chosen. You are someone who has a soulmate who is counting down the hours to be with you. And that is the truth of your life right now, even if it has not yet fully revealed itself in the physical world. The angels also want to speak to you about your intuition. Because in the days and weeks ahead, as this love continues to move closer, your intuition is going to become one of your most powerful guides. You may get a feeling about a particular decision, a sense that now is the right time to reach out, or that a certain door is opening, or that a specific path is the one to take. Trust those feelings. Your intuition is not random. It is connected to something much larger than your individual mind. It is the channel through which the angels and the universe communicate with you most directly. And right now, it is particularly alive and active because so much is in motion for you. When something feels right, even if you cannot explain why, lean into it. When something feels off, even if it looks good on the surface, pay attention to that too. Your body knows things your mind has not yet processed. Your heart feels things your logic has not yet caught up to. And in matters of love especially, the intuitive knowing is often the truest knowing there is. So honor it, act on it. Let it guide you forward even when the path is not completely clear, because the angels are the ones illuminating that path and they know exactly where it leads. Something that the angels also want to reassure you about is this. You do not have to be perfect to receive this love. You do not have to have everything figured out. You do not have to have your whole life perfectly in order before love is allowed to arrive. Love does not wait for perfect conditions. Love arrives in the middle of real life, in the middle of the process, in the middle of becoming, and it meets you exactly where you are. Your soulmate is not looking for a finished product. They are looking for you, the real you, the one who is still growing and still healing and still discovering things about yourself and still sometimes uncertain and still completely, gloriously, irreplaceably you. So please let go of any idea that you need to wait until you are better or more healed or further along before you are deserving of this love. You are deserving of it right now. The angels would not be delivering this message to you if you were not ready. You are ready. Maybe not ready in the way of having everything sorted out and perfectly packaged, but ready in the way of your heart, ready in the way of your soul, ready in the way of someone who has done the inner work, even if that work is still continuing, and who has arrived at a place of genuine openness. That is the only readiness that love truly requires. And you have it. The angels see your whole journey, every chapter of it, every moment of courage and every moment of fear, every time you chose to get back up and keep going, every prayer you whispered in the dark, every hope you held on to when it would have been easier to let it go. They have seen all of it, and they want you to know that none of it has been wasted. Every part of it has been building you into the person who is ready to receive what is coming. And what is coming is something that your whole journey has been preparing you for. So carry your story with pride, not with shame. Carry your history with grace, not with regret, because your history has made you who you are. And who you are is exactly who your soulmate is looking for, exactly who this love is moving toward, exactly who the angels are celebrating today as they deliver this message of hope and promise and real, tangible, this is actually happening love into your heart. In the moments after this message ends, when you move back into the rhythm of your ordinary day, the angels are asking you to do one simple thing. Carry the feeling of this message with you, not just the words, the feeling, that warmth, that hope, that gentle expansion in your chest that happens when you allow yourself to believe that something beautiful is really, truly coming. Carry that with you as you go about your day. Let it color how you move through the world. Let it soften your face and open your hands and put a kind of quiet light in your eyes. Because love is attracted to that. Love moves toward openness like a flower turns toward the sun. And the more you carry this feeling, this open, trusting, ready to receive feeling, the more clearly you will be able to see the love that is already coming your way and meet it with everything you have. The angels love you with a love that has no conditions and no limits. A love that does not waver based on what you have done or not done, on what you look like or do not look like, on how many times you have fallen or how many times you have doubted. Their love for you is constant. It is the ground beneath your feet. It is the air around you. It is always there even when you cannot feel it. And it is that love that made this message possible. It is that love that called it into being and delivered it to you at this exact moment in your life when you needed it most. You are not alone. You have never been alone, and you will not be alone going forward. The angels walk with you every step of this journey, and they are so excited about what is ahead for you, so filled with joy at the beauty of what is unfolding, so full of love for the person you are and the person you are continuing to become. Heaven's blessing rests on you today and every day. You are never walking alone. You are guided, protected, and infinitely, completely loved. May peace and light surround you in every step you take from this moment forward. The angels are always here, and so is the love that is coming for you. Amen.